okay, so it's not. It's like not all guys are the same. Just like not all females are the same. I mean, at our core, we might all be the same, but like.
Yeah, would you agree all females are the same?
No, I think maturity plays a lot into it.
I agree.
Maturity,
100%.
what they've been through, like how humble they are and all that. Like that's for everyone though.
Yeah.
It's not just females, it's everyone.
That's why I say like at the core we're all the same, but like what you experience in life molds and shape you to whoever you decide to be. I mean, because you can get played and then you decide, okay, I'm gonna become a player because I got played. That's an experience. Otherwise, you get played and you decide not to let it change you. That's also another one that can mold and shape you. It's just how you decide to deal with things.
That is very true. I think it's all just about growth too.
Yeah.
Like you just gotta know where you came from and where you're trying to be at.
That one. Wait, that one.
Like, well, that exact thing goes back into why you need separation from your partner, because they have their own outside of the relationship. Outside of cheating and all that shit, your partner has their own goals and growth that they wanted to reach before they met you.
Exactly.
So, it's your job as the partner to help them reach theirs while they help you reach yours as well.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And but part of that is them being alone too. Like they have to go out to this convention or something. Like you have to trust them. You know what I mean? Like, if my girl needs to go to this New York tech convention to fucking get her software engineering degree or whatever the fuck, you have to let her do that. Okay. Because now you're just hindering her ability. You know what I mean?
Agreed, but, okay, how long are we talking? Because if she's gone for, like, a month, how do you feel about that?
Well, no convention is a month, so...
Well, oh, no, I'm just saying, like, if she had to go for something for work or some shit, like how you said, and she had to be out there for a month, how would you feel about it? Like...
You just have to communicate. You have to communicate. That's where communication comes in.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Because if your man had to leave for a month on a work trip, and he's FaceTiming you, he's FaceTiming you every single night, every morning or whatever, texting you every morning and shit. How are you gonna say like you're cheating on me?
Okay.
Because then all he's gonna do is be like, "Fuck you, you're out. Yeah. Fuck you, you're out. You're not." You know what I mean? I'm not dating you anymore because you don't even trust me. You know what I mean? Even though I'm putting all this work in to make you trust me.
No, I get what you're saying.
I feel like there's an outside force though, because it also depends on like what you've been through. Like if you've experienced something that like traumatized you and made you feel that kind of way, then there's obviously.
I agree, but if you were cheated on from a dude that went on a work trip, and your new man has to go on a work trip, and he's doing everything in his power to make you. He's doing everything in his power to make sure that you know and get over your trauma. But then you are so caught up in your trauma, you can't even get it out of your head that he's just going to cheat on me, even though he's doing all this shit. Like, you have to be thinking about him as well. Like, he's like, Jesus Christ, I can't do anything.
Yeah, because at that point, you just need to be alone for a little bit because you're not ready for it.
You're not ready, right? Because, like, that's self-sabotage. You can't be so
you're
caught up in your trauma that you blind yourself to what your new man is doing. All this new shit, he's, like, actually trying to fix it, but you're so caught up that you can't get over it.
That could also lead to cheating, which could lead to, once again, trauma again. So it's just repeating trauma because, you know, you just keep doing the same cycle.
And most of the time, the people I've met that are, again, afraid that their partner's going to cheat, that they are so, like, they've been through it or whatever, they cheat. They just project it.
Yeah. That happens a lot, actually, if you realize.
Every person I've ever seen,
a lot.
I've seen a lot of people cheat.
Fucking shit ever to cheat on someone.
I've seen a lot of people cheat, unfortunately, and every single one of them that cheated was always afraid that their partner would cheat.
I'm afraid always that my partner's gonna cheat, but I think cheating is just so fucking dirty. I just don't understand, and also don't understand why be with someone if that is not your person. Because, like, I want to grow with someone. I'm not just there just to be like, oh, shit, like, fuck it, we're together, you know? Like, because, I mean, I invest a lot of my time and my money in a relationship, so why would I just fuck around? Yeah.
Real.
That's one thing I never understood about cheating, though, as well. It's like, if you're gonna cheat, just break up with the person.
No, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, most cheaters are heavily narcissistic, Christ. Yeah. So, like, they don't even think about that. They don't even think, like, oh, this could hurt the other person.
Yeah.
They just think, oh, this would hurt my relationship and my life.
Yeah.
So, I can't break up.
You see, the other one I've heard is really messed up. It's like some people cheat just because they like the thrill of being caught.
Oh, no.
Which is fucked.
Well, yeah, that's some actual crazy
What is it?
psychopath
Yeah,
shit.
it's
No,
actual
what
awful.
the hell? That's some freaky ass shit, bro.
It's awful. Like
No,
They
some people cheat just because they feel like they're doing something in secret, so it makes them feel powerful.
That's like such an upper hand. You want just the power.
Well, that's just manipulation. It's just
Well,
manipulating
that
people.
too, yeah.
That's just a type of manipulation. It's just doing things in secret.
that's the scary part about relationships, though. But
I don't know.
you gotta take risks.
But you can't be scared of it going in.
Relationship, true.
You just gotta take a risk.
Yeah,
Who
yeah,
cares? If
Sometimes it's worth it.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
And I think I agree about the trust, but I also feel like there's also just the boundaries still too.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if your partner's doing some shady shit on the side, then I mean, of course.
Well, your
you're
partner
not gonna trust.
shouldn't
Mhm.
want to even pass your boundaries.
What do you feel like in a relationship? Should you be healed before you get in a relationship, or do you feel like a relationship can heal? What is the standard? Like,
You have to be healed.
you have to be healed.
You
Because I
can.
feel like you can heal with somebody if
I
you really have
agree.
a good.
I agree.
If they are caring enough, if they have that energy, like you can.
If they really like
All
you,
you're doing by healing through them is hurting them.
What? You don't feel like there's connection?
I think
so negative,
both
Aiden.
people can grow though, because you can learn a lot from someone that's
Yeah,
healing
you
too.
can.
Though.
Everyone
Like
has their
that's
experiences.
like you can grow a lot, and that can also build a relationship a lot. 'Cause,
You're
I
so
mean,
real
you're
for that, Michaela.
helping. Like,
That's why I'm in love with you.
I mean,
I'm not saying growth. Yes, both people grow.
right.
But what if someone's down here and someone's up here, right? Needs to be healed. This person doesn't go up. This person drags the other one down and comes up.
I don't think so. I feel like you can bring someone up if you just meet the right person. Even not in a relationship. I feel like if you
Right.
meet people in your life who bring this like joy
I
to
agree.
you,
I
like I'm
agree. It
gonna
doesn't have to be
radiate that
but
joy
here's
back.
the thing, though.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That's
challenge
so
you.
positive.
Challenge
for real.
Because this is okay. I used to do this stupidly freshman year. All my friends, I wanted them to be happy, right? So I would bring them up. But we talk about this so many times on the show about Newton's law and stuff. If you get rid of something here, it has to go somewhere. It's gonna balance each other out. So if
Fuck science.
okay, so every reaction has an opposite and equal reaction, right?
Holy
Right.
shit,
So
what are we
if
in
you
class?
take something, if you
Oh
take
my
away
word.
somebody's pain, that pain doesn't just disappear. It has to go somewhere. That little sorrow, that little piece of hurt has to go somewhere.
Right.
And if there's somebody pulling you up, then somebody has to be getting pulled down to do that.
The other problem with that is like most of the time if you're not healed yet, you want to be healed, sure, but that comes out as like projection or ways to hurt your partner. Like if you're not healed from cheating
That's
yet,
true. Yeah. The
what doesn't
projection,
happen
yeah.
is this person doesn't heal you from that. What happens is you eventually get pulled up because this man isn't cheating on you, but now he's down here because you've accused him of cheating so many times, or you're worried, you keep mentioning that he's going to cheat, and now he feels as if, oh, this girl doesn't trust me. Like what? And if he's putting in a lot of work for that, let's say, that healing, now it's going to drag him down. It's going to be like a burden.
Or it can also be like, okay, like she feels like I'm always cheating. Let me treat her the same way, and then you're at the same
Sound
level
like
with them
two
too.
unhealed
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, I'm not saying
Oh, Lord.
like you can't go into a relationship with trauma, because that's part of it.
Right.
Like you're not going to get rid of that, but you can't go into it saying, oh, this person's going to help me through the trauma.
Right.
That's where it gets fucked, because then you're putting this expectation on this person.
Okay, true.
You have to go in healed. Like, don't forget what happened to you in your past. Like,
Right.
remember
Made
it.
you who-
But you have to go into the healed so that you don't tear the other person
Right.
down
At
out of
least a
respect for
different
them.
mindset, right.
Because what kind of relationship is that if you go in there and
With
you already
expectation.
have so less respect for that person that you're already willing to tear them down to heal yourself up?
Right.
That's just not a good start.
Okay. I feel like it's a combination. Like, yeah, you do have to be healed, but then like sometimes there's things that just don't
I agree
you
with
need the
you.
people
Yeah,
to do that.
I agree. You need that support. You need that
They
like
need the
someone
people,
to
yeah.
be able to tell you, like kind of guide you.
No,
But I feel like if you
need to
can't
have-
control it,
you have to have maturity.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You can't be accusing me of cheating every time because now I'm like, oh shit, I'm a fucked up person. But
Right.
you have to be in control of how you're feeling and how you put it out.
you gotta
Right,
really-
like-
Definitely.
If you are so broken that you lash out at
Oh,
this
Lord.
person
Yeah.
because of your own feelings, you shouldn't be in the relationship. But if you can control that and be like, and communicate like, by the way, I this happened to me in my past. I need to explain this to you so you understand how I'm feeling. Fine. But it's just what normally happens in that situation is you start lashing out at this other person because you can't control your emotions yet. Right. Because you haven't sat down and talked to yourself. Yeah. Because you've just been running from it the whole time.
It's a lot of self-reflection. Wake me up on my own question, Aiden.
No, honestly, like...
Wake me up on my own question, bro.
I don't know. It makes sense. It makes me think. It's crazy. I like hearing different aspects of it, though.
You're very opposite, Aiden.
What?
We both got short people anger.
Whoa. Dang.
Side-eye.
That's so messed up.
Wait, but why haven't you guys been in relationships for so long?
Hold on.
No. I'm curious to know because you talk about healing and everything. Did it take you 5 years to heal?
Yeah, bitch.
Like...
No, I just don't give a fuck.
Really?
Aiden's in his healing girl era.
Yeah, still. What about you?
Tyrone, what about you?
Once you heal from your issues, you can just move on with your life. Don't constantly think about it, but you have to face your issues first.
Yeah, I've healed from my issues, but that doesn't mean I need someone. I just don't have to fill a void. I'll just wait, you know what I mean?
It happens.
Because that's part of healing is realizing you don't need to, there isn't a void to fill.
You don't fill that void with other people or meaningless things. You have to fill that void with something else. Like
if you feel like you need a person to fill your void, then you aren't healed. Because you should be able to be perfectly fine for the rest of your life alone.
All of that's going to do is make a bigger
Let me write this shit down, bro. I'm feeling some type of way now.
Like, God forbid you are actually alone the rest of your life.
Right.
You should be okay with that.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
At
Like
least be content and like happy
you should
where you're at.
be able to enjoy your own life. And that goes into what we were talking about earlier, which is if there's not a void to fill, now you don't need to be with your partner 24/7. Because you're already doing your own thing anyways. Your life only got better with that person, or it should. It doesn't, like, when they're not there, it doesn't take away from you again.
Right. No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. You have me looking at it differently now. No, like I just have a really toxic mind. I really do. Like I've just been through some shit. Like I don't know. So no.
We're gonna have our own session after this.
You'll be fine.
Yeah,
Just you'll be fine. I was the same way for a little bit there.
Yeah.
Like there's something to be said about like enjoying that toxic part.
What?
Right? Like when it just happens to you, it's almost fun being toxic, but then you kind of get over it.
I guess.
Like there was a point there. I think I have a playlist on my Spotify called "Stay Toxic," and it's just a bunch of bullshit. And I would go to the gym and listen to that shit because I was like, let's fucking go, right?
No.
Like, but
you manifested that part.
But then you get over that eventually.
Right,
it's like
right.
the toxic, like you realize it's not worth it.
I just imagine
because that shit's so gross when you break it down.
I can't wait to get to that.
Granted, I would never get in a relationship when I'm feeling that way. Like when I'm
right.
feeling toxic, I would never get in a relationship. That's why I didn't. But when you get past that toxic part, you realize, Jesus Christ, that part was disgusting. Like that's an awful way to thinking because it just tears you down. Being toxic doesn't tear anyone down but yourself.
True.
See, I don't know why I just remembered this, right? There was this quote that I heard and I really like it. So it was basically about you never go. So you know how the whole quote, you don't ever go to the store when you're hungry. Because you'll always get things that you don't need.
Yep.
Just like you should never get into a relationship because you're lonely. Because you'll always settle for something that is not meant for you.
I just got called out.
And I like that so much. Like, either that or you'll just settle for what you don't deserve. You deserve more and you settle for less just because you're lonely.
That's very true.
The mic dropped.
No.
And I love that. I love that shit. I ain't gonna lie.
That was so good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I still everything I say.